Joining us now is John Pendlebury, Northeast U.S. Regional Sales Manager at Microline Surgical. We're kicking off the SPX Focus Hour with you, John, and this is your second SPX. Last year you joined us. We did a similar kickoff interview, and I'm really happy to have you back.
Well, we're excited to be a part of it once again this year, and really looking forward to, what we can accomplish in 2021.
Well, we've all had to adjust a good deal in the last 12 months, and I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit about your strategy and your ongoing strategy in this newer world. But first, just for anybody, and I can't imagine there's somebody on our audience that isn't aware of Microline Surgical, but just in case they're not familiar with the organization, can you give them a little background?
Sure. Yeah, we're a company, again, based in Beverly, Massachusetts. We are the leader in reposable instrumentation for laparoscopic surgery. We've been in business for over 30 years. This company also has some strong expertise in helping with sterile processing departments, helping them find efficiencies in their equipment that they process each and every day.
So we talked about how the last year, everything has kind of changed. And so what have you been up to since we talked to you at SPX 2020? Because everything was just so new when you and I talked just 12 months ago, and everybody's had a chance to kind of adjust. So what's been going on in that regard?
Well, Justin, it has been one strange and challenging year for all of us. And like all Americans, we maintained our social distance. We stayed safe. We continued to work through the guidelines that were established by the medical profession. But, during those first 6 months of the pandemic, there was not a lot for our sales team to do other than to support SPX 2020, that experience, but having many, many virtual meetings and presentations, which really, to an extent, that became the standard of way of communication for us. What's interesting, though, and with all of this going on, we actually had a very successful year, largely in part, I think, to our message, which is our unique offering of reposable solution to laparoscopic instruments.
Well, I can tell you, just having worked with many health systems myself, looking for quality and cost control and everything else with the cancellation of several procedures in the early going, especially the elective procedures last year, that put a lot of strain, but it also created a lot of opportunity for hospitals to look at new ways to tackle these challenges as well. And so I'm not surprised to hear that you had a good year, and I'm interested to hear more about what's new with Microline Surgical since we last talked. So this focus hour is going to highlight a lot of that. And it's really what this is all about, is to get your message out. But as we kick this off, tell us, what is new?
Yeah, so, the interesting point is our message last year to drive greater efficiency in the OR and the SPD, our ability to control repair and replacement costs, along with, working with hospitals to potentially reduce surgical site infections. Guess what? It's still all new. Our task continues to remain, how do we get this message out? And so you're going to ask me, I know, well, how are you approaching, 2021? Well, put it this way. Our fiscal year started April 1. So the first thing we did was be part of SPX 2021 in our presentation here today. Well, what we're going to be doing this year is we're going to be introducing a new video of our total cost of ownership program. And it's a short, very concise 4-minute review of our TCOD offering. This way, our customers can easily see and hear the story. The video reviews all three of our concepts of the total cost of ownership, disposable impact, along with a great animated view of our products. And it's really done very well. So that we're looking forward to presenting that. Secondly, where I believe our message can have an even greater impact within the OR and SPD departments in the wake of what the pandemic has created. We have heard about staff reductions due to employees not returning at the initial department shutdown that occurred during the beginning of the pandemic. And we hear that all over the United States. And finally, I believe our training, what we've done with our sales team, that they received over the last year can really make a significant impact to our customers. And it is truly our approach of taking the consultant role. And that's a critical position. Our goal with our customers initially is to first listen. Then we want to see the process. We want to ask a lot of questions, and we want to understand the issues and then work with them, the customers, to find a solution that fits their needs. It's a very simple approach.
Well, I'm interested to see this video, the total cost of ownership of disposables. And that's going to be on the Beyond Clean YouTube channel with all the other SPX 2021 content, but it's going to be highlighted in the next 60 minutes along with a panel discussion. And of course, anybody who wants to learn about Microline can go to your website, microlinesurgical.com. And John, as always, you've got a great, clear, and concise message for our audience, and I appreciate you being a second-time participant in our only second annual event, SPX 2021 this year. So really appreciate you coming on to kick this hour off, highlighting Microline Surgical.
Well, Justin, we enjoyed it last year, and so I look forward to doing it again this year, and thank you for allowing us to come and make this presentation.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, stay tuned. Next 60 minutes with Microline Surgical here on Beyond Clean's SPX 2021.